life, won't trade this life for nothing, nigga. We on, and that shit will never stop. Look at what I got, made it to the
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy CJ here, and I'm back with another one, man. We got another good video for y'all today. Got another one. Today I'm bringing y'all, another one of those catfish builds by the name, and it's gonna give y'all something that's gonna be real exciting to play with, and something that's gonna pretty much, be able to do a little bit of everything on the court. So from there, let's go ahead and move on. You already know today we're gonna make a center, man. We're gonna make a center because I'm a big man. That's what I do. This is what I do. I'm gonna make it every time. Jersey number don't matter. We're just gonna leave it where it's at. Let's go ahead and get into the rest, man. So from here, man, I went 7-3 on this build. Weight, I went to 221. You probably think, why so weird on these numbers? I went to 221 because, as you can see right there on the interior defense, 88 is the number where you need to get the goal post move lockdown. And this is just something that I wanted to make sure I have on this build, just because it makes it more dominant. And then we went to a max wingspan. And body type, just have fun with it. You can go build define either way it goes. Then from here, let's go on into the attributes of this build, man. So from here, let's start right here with the layup and everything. We're gonna go to an 80 on the driving layup, go to an 89 on the dunk, and then we're gonna go to a 90 right here on this. So as you can see right here, the finishing on this build is insane. You are 7-1 with an 89 driving dunk. So I mean, that's pretty much a 90. You might as well want to say, because anytime you do anything, it's going to automatically jump to 90. So you got a 90 driving dunk on a 7'1", man. That's insane. You got the 90 standing dunk, so you get all the big man elite contact dunks. You get the regular, well, I say the regular, but the pro driving contact dunks. You don't get the elites, but you do get the Zion Williamson alley-oops, the elite oops, and then from there, it would just be pretty much the same that you were on with, kind of like a 7-1 or 7-2. But the fact that you still get dunking this high is pretty insane, man. And then from there, we're gonna move on to the shooting. Shooting wise, we went to a 75 on the 3-point shot. And then we left this here at a 60, and we took our free throw on up to a 70. Let me get that right for y'all. And we took this up to a 70. And then right there with that 70, man, that's more than enough to make your free throws. And with the 75, you got the badges that's going to support that 75 3 ball. You just put on the right bases. Most are going to run just O'Shea Brissett, because that's probably one of the best when you have that low of a 3 ball, because of the actual releases you can put on to pretty much bump that the green window, and the pretty much getting a good timing with that base. So then from here, let's get into the passing, man. We actually got some passing on this build. I know y'all seen recently on some of the builds that I posted, you haven't had really, that much passing. So, but today we're going to get you with a 70, man. And why 70? 70 just gives you an extra badge point. And then we also going to stay in this phase of giving us the speed with ball. I'm going to say the speed with ball on this one goes to a 58. Yeah, and that's correct. And then we're going to move on to the defense, man. Now, what's important, what most people don't notice or probably don't pick up on, whenever you are making a big, you want to try your best to get this right here, at least bronze. Reason I would say get this at least bronze is because this does play a key factor into getting your rebounds. It pops up on intercepting passes, rebounds, loose balls that you pick up from with workhorse, but vice grip pops up a good bit, so it's very crucial in your rebounding, and also that'll push your rebounding number from, say, probably 10 a game to at least 15. And as you up the vice grip, the more rebounds you'll see your build snagging because of having the higher vice grip, right? So that's just a little tip and pointer to give y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to the defense. So defense is kind of one I wanted to make a bread and butter on this build, but I also want to make sure I hit the other marks, because I don't want to make this build play insane, man, for a 7-1. So with the 67 here on both of these, just to be able to be mobile and play defense on the perimeter, just a tad, and hedge on screens. And then right here, like I said, I made sure I got that 88, because as you can see, that turns that post move lock down to gold. Then after that, went to a 93 on the block, which is about normal. Many people don't really run at Hall of Fame just because Hall of Fame is really taxing, honestly, for making a build that's going to be very versatile in a lot of fashions. And then let's move on to this defensive rebound. Defensive rebound went to a 94. 94 is the highest we can get it. And then the offensive rebound, we went all the way to an 87. And really, if you're looking at this build, bro, this is crazy because one, you're 7-1. The finishing is crazy. You got, just enough shooting to be effective, not, so no one can really sag off you. But the defense, the way you can protect the rim, you can actually, body up with bigs in terms of like, using your post move lockdown and so on and so forth, and actually be a pretty solid big with this build. So let's move on to the next part where I know you all are gonna love, man. So we went to a 70 on the speed. We made sure we got a 60 acceleration so we can actually use that speed to its ultimate, and also that perimeter defense, make sure we can use. Strength, we went to just a 72. Vertical, we got you to an 80, and then we went to a 91 on the stamina. Now you can take this down and put it on the free throw, but I felt like how I would want to, or how I was using the build, I wanted to have just a little bit more stamina. It's not, a big difference between 90 and 91, but just a little bit more stamina because I want to be moving around the perimeter, or the perimeter a lot, or moving around in the paint, moving around the perimeter, trying to get in the passing lanes and doing all that stuff. And I was going to be doing a lot, or a great deal of slashing, not a lot, but a great deal of slashing because of the high driving dunk and the high standing dunk. So just wanted to use that build to its fullest. So as you can see from right here, we have 16, 9, and 8. And then 28 on defense. It's not really too insane in terms of the badge count. It's just the capabilities that you have with this build. And then there's another thing that you get with this build that's going to be insane. And let's move on to it so we can see it. So this is what I wanted to show y'all. You get this slashing take over here at 7-1 with the 89 driving dump, the sharp take, rim, and glass. So really, you see you have that 60 interior. Honestly, do not be too alarmed, because if you throw on the slash and takeover, you are more than effective with that 60 close shot. That now, if you just want to have the masher and all that, yeah, you can get it, you can change it up, but the build will not work, or not necessarily work, but the badge layout won't necessarily be the same. And in my honest opinion, having a silver or a bronze masher is not really that important, if I'm being honest, especially if you have the option of being able to get the slash and takeover, which is going to boost all that up anyway. Because if you done run the double slashing on this, you're up out of there anyway. You're going to get, I want to say it should put you at least a 80, a 78, 80, somewhere in there. And yeah, you rocking, right? And then also all the contact dunks you'll get with the slash and takeover, and so on and so forth. And the fact that you're an athletic mobile 7'1" is very important in this build, and very toxic, especially when you're playing bigs who like to just sit paint. And then another thing that will confuse people with this build, let's go ahead and get to that. I'm going to say I'll run double slashing because hey, we got the slash to take over, let's do it. But I'll run the double slashing. And another thing that's going to confuse people with this build is here with the build name, man. On this build name, you are going to get a paint beast, and this is definitely a catfish build, because when you see paint beast, up until this game, most of the time when you saw a paint beast, you thought literally just that paint beast. He was a paint sitter. He's gonna sit there and mash or try to dunk on you the whole game. And then kind of how the phase of the game is now, most of the time if you see a paint beast, a glass finisher, a defensive anchor, anything in that realm, you kind of think most of the time they're going to do a lot of mashing in the paint. Where with this build, you're not necessarily going to be mashing in terms of like really being down there trying to just throw some crap up. It's going to be more so just you going in there dunking, catching oops, getting putbacks off the rebounds, and then trying to play perimeter such as your screens or shoot your threes and all that stuff. But really what's going to be your bread and butter is playing the defense, getting out on the breaks with your guards with the 70 speed, catching your oops and all that stuff, man. But here's a catfish build for you with the paint beast, and let's move on and test this build and see what we can do with these badges. Like I was saying, the badge count is not necessarily too insane, man. It's just something that's there. really it's just something. You still get your gold limitless takeoff. You get your silver slithery, which is very cool. At 7-1, I would run your silver fearless, go here. Then after that, you can throw on the fast twitch. I would do it, and you probably have to run a few more badges just to bump up, get the fast switch to silver, or you can come here and do your rise up to gold. But if you want, you can put all your badges here, so you can get the fast twitch and the rise up, and then you can come on and put on area wizard, and so on and so forth. But you know, it's up to you. When I make these builds, I give them to y'all. You can put the badges on how you want it. These are just my recommendations of how I like to use it, man. Shooting wise, go ahead and get your claymore. Now this is one thing I'll say: claymore, use it. The boost for claymore is great. Use it every time. Go to green machine. Then after that, I would go volume shooter. I wouldn't, honestly and truly, I would probably think your guard would not hit you that much unless you're wide open. So volume shooter wouldn't be that detrimental. I would think these badges right here, green machine and claymore, would be more detrimental to the simple fact of you are going to be sitting corner a good bit, and really once you get your greens, the green machine is going to be pretty much automatic for you with the claymore and the green machine. Playmaking wise, we're going to go silver here. We're going to go the bronze on this. Like I was telling y'all, this is a very important badge in terms of your rebounding. I'm going to bump this up, and then we're going to go to, let's have fun with it. Go here, and then go floor general, just so you got a little bit, you know, a little bit of sauciness with your passing. And I didn't really core anything. I'm not really necessarily worried about showing y'all the cores, because I mean, it's important, but I mean, really it's whatever. Then after that, let's get into the defense. Defensive wise, I like to go here. I'm gonna get that gold because you can. Then we're gonna go here or core this. And honestly, when I had this build, I double core my finishing, so I could go have an extra 7. Then I can bump up my or put on interceptor, and then I could go here to silver, and then put on pogo stick also to at least silver. And there you have it here with this catfish paint beast, man. It's a fun build. Hope y'all will take it and enjoy it and run off with it. I know you all probably thinking, man, you putting out all these videos with builds, you're gonna make me spend my money. Yeah, I know, man, and that's what 2K wants. And we all know 2K gets in that phase how it is now, where like I'm not necessarily saying it's getting dry or it's dying, but it's kind of fading that way. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm still gonna keep producing videos, keep producing, doing what I gotta do, streaming, you know, all that stuff. Right now I think we're sitting at, I think I said at the beginning of the video, but let me see, I can double check real quick. I think we're sitting at like 373 or something. I don't know what's going on, but we've been moving in terms of these subs. Yeah, we're sitting at 373 on subscribers, man. Let's go ahead and get to that 400. We are what is that, 27 away. So let's go ahead and make that number jump. Let's get to that 400 number. And man, if you got any other friends, put them on the channel, man. Put them on the channel. Tell them I'm Tame Mob up next. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I always appreciate the support, any kind of support that you all give. And other than that, man, it's your boy Untamed or your boy CJ, whatever. Both of them work. I'm signing out. Peace.